They say it's my birthday. It is my birthday next month, February 12th. I'll be celebrating at home this year like most of us, but to make the most of it, I'd like to invite you all to join me for a second live stream concert, the second in my Home Alone concert series. I'll be performing songs from my solo career, from the Doobies, and some special cover tunes to celebrate yet another trip around the sun, and Valentine's Day while we're at it. So for more info, check into michaelmcdonald.com, and I hope to see you all there.
Hello, everybody. We're back. Took Sunday off so you could watch the Super Bowl, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. But I'm happy. I'm happy about the Super Bowl. I watched Hello, Kim. Hello, Alan. Hello, Eddie. Kim, I hope you saw the little commercial I just ran. If I need to show it again, I will, because you need to tell the old man that's what you want for Valentine's Day. My buddy, Michael McDonald. His second Home Alone concert, and fingers are crossed I will see him with the reunited Doobie Brothers, or reunited with the Doobie Brothers, this summer in Atlanta. Hope everybody has had a good few days. Man, was it freaking gorgeous today. Oh my goodness, what gorgeous weather. And another good day tomorrow before we get rain, and then it gets cold. So I'm out of red Solo cups. When you're single, styrofoam. Hey, makes sense to me, right? I'm trying to think what's the most important thing going. Hello, Angie down in Florida. That's right. There is some news on the baseball front. Spring training, it looks like it's going to start on time for the majors and Class AAA. Right now, AA, Single A, and below will start about a month and a half later. That's why you probably will not see the Lookouts return to AT&T Field until May. But they're coming back. So the news is, it looks like some of the rule changes from the shortened 2020 season are going to be adopted for the full season 2021. Number one, doubleheaders, if they're played, and on the major league level, doubleheaders are very, very rare, but they will be 7-inning games. And extra innings will begin, the 10th inning will begin with a runner at second base. So the universal DH is not going to be part of it. Players Union has to sign off on this, but you can pretty much bet they will get the season underway, and a couple of little rule changes. They are going to redo the baseball to make it a little bit less likely to go out of the ballpark. Try to cut down on the number of home runs. Kind of get it back to the way baseball should be played. Station to station baseball. Get to first base, move to second, move to third, come on home. I mean, chicks dig the long ball. But after a while, too many home runs becomes boring. So look for those changes when the season starts. The Braves did re-sign Marcell Ozuna, so that's big. Adam Duvall is now with the Miami Marlins. So that made him expendable. We're just a couple of weeks away from football season, spring football, that is, for the Mocs. And now we were going on what looks like to be an erroneous report that the opening game against VMI has been canceled. So far, the university has released no statement. So go with that fact. Now, there'll be no fans at the game. But right now, the season opener at Finley Stadium versus VMI on. So don't believe everything sometimes. Softball season starts this weekend. Best of luck to Mock softball as they head off to Troy, Alabama to open the season. Because if it was played here, it'd probably get washed out. But they'll be home next weekend and the weekend after. And as it stands right now, there will be no fans allowed. They have opened up McKenzie Arena, no more than 1,000 people for men's and women's basketball. Last count I heard, there are only like 200 tickets remaining for the game coming up. ETSU. So even a crowd of 1,000 in the Roundhouse or McKenzie Arena is loud. That noise gets trapped down in the bowl. So that will be good to see fans back in the stands. Whoops. That was real cute, wasn't it? Who says I can't put on a freaking show? What can you say about the Super Bowl? Tom Brady wins his 7th Super Bowl. How in the bloody hell can you not say Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback in the history of professional football? 7 Super Bowls. He's been to 10 and he's won 7 of them. It's 70. It's a winning percentage of 70%. It's not even close anymore, folks. This may stand forever. And before you start talking about it's a team, Tom Brady brought something to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers they never had, and that was an attitude that we can win. They didn't have it when they won the damn thing under John Gruden. They didn't have the kind of attitude they have now. And the frightening part is in the post-game ceremony up on that platform or whatever you want to call it, Brady said, I'll be back next year at age 44. And Tommy will be back. I mean, it was already becoming really tiresome listening to the talking heads. Is this the passing of the torch to the next great quarterback? Come on. What, Mahomes has been in the league 3 years and they're already trying to compare him to Tom freaking Brady? The best part about the Super Bowl was the fact that Jim Nantz, for once in his life, let the public address announcer do his job. And Alan Roach was the public address announcer for the Super Bowl. He is the PA announcer. He's from Colorado, and he's brought in every year to do the Super Bowl. And it's a toss-up between who's the best in the business, Alan Roach or Todd Light of the Dodgers. I run a distant third. I'm just joking. Hopefully, if the good Lord's looking down on me, come baseball season, I'll be back behind the mic at AT&T Field. Let's hope. But I would not be surprised in the least if Tampa Bay doesn't return to the Super Bowl. Next year, it's in Los Angeles. What I couldn't believe were the number of people who actually came up with this harebrained conspiracy theory, kind of like Marjorie Taylor Greene, that the NFL fixed the game so Brady would win, using the excuse that, look, it was in Tampa. Come on. Super Bowl sites are chosen years in advance. Just so happened this year, the planets aligned and Tampa Bay was able to play at home. And they won. Don't be surprised if they don't return to the Super Bowl in Los Angeles next year. And Tom Brady may have one more in him. He might just have one more in him. And I respect Peyton Manning. But Peyton Manning cannot carry Tom Brady's water. Can't do it. Even Terry Bradshaw is now admitting Brady is the best that has ever played the game. There are some sports experts proclaiming Brady as the greatest professional athlete of all time. Be hard-pressed to get an argument out of me. That's right. Mahomes has plenty of years ahead. I think he's having surgery on his turf toe tomorrow. That wasn't a reason they got beat. They got beaten by a better football team. A better football team. Now, speaking of a crime that was committed Super Bowl weekend, was the fact that the NFL named Aaron Rodgers as the MVP. Hello to my son. Hello to Shirley. Derrick Henry of the Tennessee Titans should have been the most valuable player. Yeah, quarterback is the glamour position. But if you take Derrick Henry away from the Tennessee Titans, where are the Titans? He was more valuable to his team than any player was to any other team in the league. Over 2,000 yards rushing. He was robbed, and it wasn't right. But Aaron Rodgers is the glamour position with one of the glamour franchises, and I was so happy that they sat their ass at home last weekend. Very, very, very happy. Rhonda Thurman is at it again. Our hairdresser member of the Hamilton County School Board, who questions the CDC's guidelines for wearing a mask. Never mind the fact that her kids did not graduate from public school. Never mind the fact that she has no educational background. Maybe Rhonda Thurman is Hamilton County's answer to Marjorie Taylor Greene. But here she is questioning whether the CDC knows what they're doing with the mask guidelines. And that really masks shouldn't be required in school. News alert. Rhonda Thurman is a damned idiot. She is an idiot. And therefore, for her statements, the first asshole merit badge of 2021 goes to Hamilton County School Board member Rhonda Thurman. Can somebody please shut her up? The thing is, her constituents elect her year after year after year after year after year. Times have changed. Going back to the Super Bowl for a moment. Hello, Rhonda. Early happy Valentine's Day. Oh, MTG is just, oh God, she's the cousin Eddie of the political world right now. She's the gift. She's the jelly of the month club, the gift that keeps on giving. Everybody complain. I mean, some people call me a grumpy old man. But God almighty, people, it's 2021. Quit bitching about halftime at the Super Bowl. Just because you've never heard of The Weeknd, the vast majority of people that they are targeting that for ad money have heard of The Weeknd. The days with up with people and that kind of shit is over. You're going to get the most current popular entertainer. They have advertising demographics that they have to hit. That's why they had The Weeknd. And that's why they had Eric Church, and I've drawn a total blank on the other young lady that did the national anthem, and it sucked. Okay. Now, the best performance of the Super Bowl was her doing America the Beautiful. My God, that girl can shred a guitar. What a talent. But yeah, Eastridge does have Tucker McClendon, Shirley. And Eastridge, while we're on the subject of Eastridge, what the hell is going on over there? They have passed, they're now going to have liquor, packaged liquor in East Ridge with caveats, of course. You can have one liquor store on the north side, on the tunnel end of East Ridge, and you can have another one down near the interstate in Camp Jordan and all of that. But the caveat being they both must be new construction. They can't go into an existing building. It has to be built from the ground up. I think it's a 4,500 square foot requirement. Now, I like East Ridge, but it seems like the city council of East Ridge thinks that somehow, some way, Ringgold Road is going to become another gun barrel. It's not going to happen. East Ridge is not that part of town. East Ridge has become a very transient area. Lower incomes. And 2 brand new, built from the ground up liquor stores. You're going to pay a higher price when you can go a mile as the crow flies to Brainerd Road and save money. Makes no sense. And Dick Cook of East Ridge News Online, great story on it. There's this delusion that it's going to become another gun barrel road, and it ain't going to happen. Sorry. It's just not going to happen. Because you go down Gun Barrel Road and you damn sure do not see title pawn places and check advance places. You see one about every 500 feet going down Ringgold Road. And now you're going to have, if you do purchase out liquor, you're going to pay a higher price for it in East Ridge than you would anywhere else in the area. And it makes no sense to have 2 Taj Mahal-like liquor stores. Now, everybody who knows me knows I was not a big fan of President Trump. I'm an old school Republican along the lines of Nelson Rockefeller, Jerry Ford, Dwight Eisenhower, Richard Nixon, for all of his faults. Richard Nixon, the Bushes, the McCains, the Romneys, because I've rethought my stance on Ronald Reagan. If you go back and you listen to the campaign of Ronald Reagan, you hear it parroted both times when Donald Trump. Okay, Rhonda is chiming in. Another car wash on Ringgold Road. Why? Why? Makes no sense. Now, East Ridge has got some good spots, and I realize I'm bouncing back and forth. And my son's working on a great new ending for the show. Hopefully, we'll have it up by Thursday night. But because we know I tend to ramble. But this impeachment is a waste of time. Man's out of office. Let it go. And hopefully in 4 years, we will have people like Ben Sasse of Nebraska. Will have taken over as the face of the Republican Party. By the way, and I know Rhonda is a big fan of Senator Ben Sasse, Republican from Nebraska. He voted today to continue with the impeachment, as did Mitt Romney. So the impeachment trial in the Senate is going to continue. The question is it going to accomplish anything except further divide this country? Just put it to rest. Time will take care of Donald Trump. Time will take care of it. And in 3 years, when the campaign kicks off, number one, he is going to be 76, 77 years old. He will probably be divorced again. I think you can just about bet on that. Who was the latest Miss Resaca Beach winner? That could be the next Mrs. Donald Trump. But it just seems like they're wasting a whole lot of our money to continue with this, just to get the political outcome they want, which is to make it definite that he can never run for office again. And if you are a Republican, it is up to the good Republicans to move past what has happened the last 4 to 5 years and find the Republican Party of old. Exactly. Let's put the money toward the vaccine because we need it. I would truly love to get back to work. Tennessee has lowered now the threshold to 70. Still leaves me out. It still leaves a lot of people who are at extreme risk of death from COVID. Thank goodness the numbers are really dropping in Hamilton County. They're really dropping. I don't know if that's because of less testing or what, but the numbers are dropping. But we still got to be very diligent, wear our masks, distance, wash your damn hands. Please, wash your hands. So the vaccine distribution has been screwed up. Good, Shirley. I'm glad y'all are getting yours. Shirley and her husband are damn good people. I got to thinking, 57 years ago tonight, I'm doing the math, hang on. Little 7-year-old me in about 30 minutes, it will be 57 years ago that the world forever changed. February the 9th, 1964 was on a Sunday night. And everybody knows what came on Sunday night at 8 o'clock. The Ed Sullivan Show. Just a couple of days before, they landed in New York. Now they're making their first American television appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show. They did 4 songs. And the world forever changed. Music forever changed. Because that night, 57 years ago, John, Paul, George, and Ringo, the Beatles, appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show. And the rest is history. Every musician on the charts today owes a debt of gratitude and were influenced in some way by the Beatles. That's why I have the utmost respect for Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters, who will flat out tell you, and it was long after their time, but he heard the Beatles and he said, that's what I want to do. All these years later, and they are still the biggest selling recording act of all time. It's not even close. Everybody has been influenced. They influenced music. They influenced politics. They influenced fashion. How long would it have been before we had, see, Shirley's lucky. She got to see the Beatles in Atlanta at the stadium. Everything changed at that point. After February the 9th, 1964, Elvis became an afterthought. He had to go away for 4 or 5 years and reinvent himself. Oh, Lord. Ticket was $5 for the Beatles. $5. $5. And the last time the Eagles were on tour, the cheapest ticket was $299. Because I watched a great interview with Joe Walsh. The money is now made from concerts because they're not getting any money from the recording companies. The artists make no money. They have to tour to make money. But everything changed 57 years ago when they appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show. Would guys wear their hair long? How long would it have been before long hair became fashionable? And boy, I'll have to, and I can't do it now, I'll have to throw up a picture back in the day when I had hair to about right here. But they forever influenced my life. I still listen to the Beatles. It's a crying shame that the classic rock station in Chattanooga doesn't play them. They play the lame-ass cover versions that folks like Aerosmith have done, but they don't play the originators. KZ10 sucks. They're stuck in, they just reshuffle. Oh, I love that movie, Shirley. Bye Bye Birdie. I love it. Dick Van Dyke, Rita Moreno, Paul Lynde. What a great movie. And Anne Margaret. You know, I gave my statement last time we were together, how I think Audrey Hepburn is the most beautiful woman that has ever been on this planet. Anne Margaret wasn't far behind. And if you want to see Anne Margaret at her finest, find the movie Tommy. The Who's rock opera Tommy was made into a motion picture with, of course, The who I saw at Murphy Center in Murfreesboro on campus at MTSU. By far and away, the loudest concert I've ever been to in my life was The Who. And that was the original Who with Townsend, Daltrey, Keith Moon, and John Entwistle. I had ringing in my ears for a week. It was so loud. But find the movie. Of course, The Who. Jack Nicholson, Oliver Reed, Anne Margaret, Tina Turner, Elton John, Eric Clapton. And the highlight scene involves Anne Margaret writhing on the floor in a flood of baked beans. But it's a good movie. So there's one of my movie recommendations. Tommy. It's from the mid-70s. So there's my movie recommendation. But yeah, Bye Bye Birdie. When it is on Turner Classics, Shirley, I watch it every flipping time. We seem to forget just how versatile an entertainer Dick Van Dyke is, because he's still with us, almost 100 now. But we need to remember just how versatile this guy was. Bye Bye Birdie, Mary Poppins, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. There's tonight's trivia question. What do Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and James Bond have in common? You got about a minute to answer that, because at 40 minutes, I try to cut this off and let y'all get back to what you were doing. I glance over to television, and once again, they're showing The Longest Yard. Memo to the television networks. The Adam Sandler version of The Longest Yard sucks. Give us the original or give us nothing at all. Please. Nobody's tried to. What do Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and James Bond have in common? Ian Fleming created them both. So there you have it. Rhonda Thurman, our first 2021 Asshole Merit Badge winner. Brady wins the Super Bowl. Gunsmoke with James Arness as Matt Dillon. There's another one. Who did they approach first about playing Matt Dillon on Gunsmoke? John Wayne, but he turned it down. Who did they approach first about playing the sheriff in Blazing Saddles? John Wayne. And he wrote Mel Brooks a note. Said, no, this part's not for me, but I'm going to be the first one in line to buy a ticket to see it. So there you have it. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in tonight. We'll be back Thursday night, as always, 7 o'clock. There's going to be a lot that happens between now and Thursday. You just never know. Every day is different. But tomorrow is supposed to be just as beautiful as today. Get out, enjoy it, because we're supposed to get a whole lot of rain coming in tomorrow night, and then it is going to get cold again. So go enjoy the rest of your night. We will see you Thursday night at 7 o'clock right here on Jump Into the Fire. Thanks, everybody, for joining me tonight. You guys are awesome. Remember, be kind to each other. Good night.
Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Without a doubt, gonna be one more town. goodbye, goodbye.